Hi guys, welcome to my new video, and this is Coco. Follow my Instagram at CocoWWE1. And I'm here to talk about Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan, and I'm going to compare the two because I was on Instagram Live and I had the girls pressed, bothered, upset, having aneurysms because I said that Mandy Rose is a better wrestler than Liv Morgan. And I stand on what I said, point blank, period. I don't care what none of you hoes say. Liv Morgan and Mandy Rose, they are comparable, but in my opinion, Mandy Rose outshines Liv Morgan in every single way. And I'm going to explain today. So, we all know Mandy Rose is a okay, I won't say she's mediocre anymore. We all know that Mandy Rose is not the greatest. She's not the best. She's not naturally gifted, okay? But I will say, since holding the NXT Women's Championship, she has improved. Like, improved, okay? Liv Morgan has won the SmackDown Women's Championship, right? But I feel like instead of improving, her talent has decreased, okay? Since holding the SmackDown Women's Championship, I have not seen as much potential in her as I saw when she wasn't holding the title. That's just how it is. Liv Morgan, before holding the title, she was having good matches. She was being the star of matches. And now that she's the champion, it's kind of like, girl, what is going on? Because every single match that she has, it's kind of like it doesn't connect for me. Like, I'm not saying she has terrible matches, but she just does not connect, okay? Like, okay, Mandy Rose. She has had a lot of good matches this year, especially with her title defenses, right? And I do agree in some of those title defenses, she gets carried, right? But with me, if someone gets carried, if the match at the end of the day is a good match, then that's all that matters. It doesn't matter who carried what, as long as at the end of the day, it was a good match. Liv Morgan, she gets carried in her matches, right? But it still doesn't end up being a good match sometimes. Like, okay. What can I say as an example? Okay, the match with Shayna and Liv Morgan, I thought was an okay match. It wasn't as good as it could have been because they weren't given enough time. Also, I felt like it was a bit slow and boring at sometimes. But you know, if with Mandy Rose, with her title defense, I haven't really got that feeling, you know. Same with star power. Mandy Rose will go out to the ring, right? And you just have to look at Mandy Rose from her gear to the way that she's presented, to toxic attraction behind her. Mandy Rose just looks like a star every time she goes out to the ring. She is probably the biggest star on NXT 2.0. Liv Morgan isn't even the biggest star on SmackDown. She isn't even the biggest star in the women's division. Liv Morgan comes out and it's kind of like it gives fan in the audience runs out onto the ramp and is trying to be a WWE superstar when security needs to come and take them away. Like, Liv Morgan just gives me fan vibes. She gives me groupie vibes. She doesn't give me WWE superstar vibes when she comes out. Like, with the title and the gear and the smiling and the way that she speaks on the mic, it's just no. Like, it's a no for me. Like, I just can't connect to her. But Mandy Rose, she goes out into the ring and she just, even when she speaks, it's kind of like all eyes are on her. She isn't the best on the mic, but damn it, she remembers her lines and she delivers them well. Okay? Point blank period. Okay? And, okay, wrestling-wise, I will say this. Mandy Rose, when she does her moves connect, okay? Her matches feel more realistic to me because if she, like, hits a shoulder tackle, hits her knee, hits a superplex, it just feels like it hits. You know what I mean? It feels like she's actually having a fight. Even for like a girl whose gimmick is all about being pretty or whatever and trying to prove everyone wrong that she's not just a pretty face. She's really proving that because every time she gets in the ring, it's kind of like she's not like she lands her hits. Liv Morgan, when she has a match, for some reason to me, it just looks like ballet. Like, it just looks like she's rehearsing. She rehearsed the match and she's trying to remember it. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't feel natural. Like, with her match against Shayna Baszler, she kind of just like, even when she did the flip powerbomb, I felt like when she did it, it looks beautiful, but it didn't hit that hard. You know what I mean? Like, Even when she was doing the submissions on Shayna, it just didn't look like realistic. I didn't feel connected. You know what I mean? And I think that's the difference between Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan. Like, you Liv Morgan stands, girl. You can see the talent in Liv Morgan, but you can't see the talent in Mandy Rose. It just makes me question you guys even more. Yes, Mandy Rose does blackface. Yes, Mandy Rose should get dragged for doing the dark ass skin. But at the end of the day, even though she attempts to look like a black woman, she has, and you know that annoys me. She has improved. She is talented, and I would not mind Mandy Rose moving up to the main roster and beating Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I said it. I said it. I mean, Liv Morgan is talented, but honestly, I have not connected to her this entire title reign. I have not connected to her since, honestly, for a while. I think if she had held the Money in the Bank contract for a longer time, probably cashed in at WrestleMania, I think that would have given her time to improve, and she, it would have, I don't know. Like, okay, with Mandy Rose, when she went over to SmackDown, no, when she went over to NXT, she kind of like, she was just thrusted into the spotlight, wasn't she? Like, her first title match, she won the title. And it was like, it felt like, she had to improve in a quicker amount of time. Like, she improved in a quick amount of time. But Liv Morgan, she had time to prepare to be a champion. And since being a champion, it feels like, girl, what was you doing while you was in catering, girl? What was you doing while you was at Natalia's training camp? You weren't doing shit. And that's the vibe it gives me. Like, girl, anyways. That's all I have to say. Those are my thoughts, my opinions. If you don't agree, you can share your opinions in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.